information and education, for all-round entertainment, quality programs. Lagos Channel 10. Oya carry the go, oya carry the go. For children and family programs, Lagos Channel 10. Where they entertain the people, all the people they know. For latest news and sports, Lagos Channel 10. For classic night, where they waka far, now we be the medium, where go help you sell your market. All round entertainment, oh, for everybody. Jolly, 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 jolly. Money tonight, oh, family station, oh, family station, oh, station for the people. Lagos Channel 10. Station with a difference, oh, station with a difference, oh, station of excellence. Lagos Channel 10. NTA Lagos Channel 10. Now the station for
Tonight on the news, political parties strategize ahead of February 3rd Surulere by-elections. Governor Sanwo-Olu says Lagos State is ready to engage Norway in bilateral relationships. Soccer enthusiasts in Lagos State express optimism for Super Eagles victory over Angola. A very good evening to you, and it's good to have you join us on News at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I'm Anoluwapo Oluwatoke. As political parties strategize ahead of the Saturday, February 3rd Surulere Federal Constituency Ward by-election, the Independent National Electoral Commission has taken delivery of sensitive election materials from the Central Bank of Nigeria in Lagos. Musa Toliat report that the INEC Residence Electoral Commissioner, Professor Ayobami Salami, was at the CBN office to sign out the sensitive materials.
Election materials released to the leadership of INEC in Lagos is a major statement to reassure political parties and the electorate that the election umpire is technically ready for the conduct of the Surulere Federal Constituency 1 by-election on Saturday. Some political party agents inspected and confirmed that the sensitive materials were intact before appending their signature for the final release of the election materials.
We have taken delivery of the sensitive materials from the Central Bank. We are now going to the local government headquarters, where we are going to make sure that we distribute the material to the necessary places, and all our staffs have been recruited, have been trained, and everything has been done to ensure that we have a very free, fair and credible and transparent election on Saturday this week.
11 political parties are fielding candidates for the by-election in Surulere Federal Constituency 1.
14 initially showed interest. Only 12 parties conducted primaries. At the end of the day, only 11 parties uploaded and presented candidates. So it is the duty of the parties to present candidates, not the duty of INEC. So we are only dealing with the political parties that presented candidates for the election, but all the parties were given the opportunity to actually present candidates for this election.
The seat in contention was declared vacant after the former occupant, Femi Gbajabiamila, was appointed Chief of Staff to the President. In Lagos, Musa Tolian, NTA News.
Moving on, in less than 48 hours to the Surulere Constituency 1 by-elections scheduled for Saturday 3rd of February, Narot Nina Musa, who went around some streets in the area, report that the electorate are optimistic of a peaceful, free and fair process.
The House of Representatives by-elections scheduled for Saturday 3rd February is aimed at filling the vacant position created as a result of the appointment of former Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila as Chief of Staff to the President. Speaking with some residents on their preparations for the upcoming elections, they expressed readiness to execute their constitutional mandate.
The election is going to be peaceful, because Surulere you are one. People are aware that without them coming out to vote, other parties that are there will just override them.
I know my polling unit and I have my PPC. On Saturday I will be outside. I will even call people to come and join me.
People, they should do what they're supposed to do. That is not by giving them money that they should vote for right candidates. Because if Nigeria is good today, everybody will enjoy the country.
I have my PVC and I'll go to the polling unit and cast the person I want to vote for.
They called on their fellow electorates to prepare their permanent voters card and turn out in their numbers to vote for the candidate of their choice. In Lagos, Nerut Nina Musa, NTA News.
Away from election matters, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the state government is willing to deepen bilateral relationships with Norway to foster development in the state. The governor stated this when he received the Norway ambassador to Nigeria, Seven Bahira, on a courtesy visit at the state secretariat in Alausa, Ikeja. S.A. Owamaka reports.
The Norwegian ambassador to Nigeria, Sven Berra, was received by the Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat, alongside members of the State Executive Council. Addressing the delegation from Norway, the Deputy Governor disclosed that the economy of Lagos State is significant to the development of Nigeria. As such, there is need to deepen the already established relationship in the stockfish bilateral trade between Norway and Lagos State.
Our ministry in charge of power has done a diversification need in terms of power. What size can we do for solar, what size can we do for gas, and so even where we can utilize in terms of all this energy mix. So basically we have various businesses that we can do. I think Commerce has a brochure on Lagos, some businesses and various things that can be done. I think it would be important to share that so that the various Nordic companies that are in Nigeria can know exactly the various areas where they can participate.
On his part, the Norwegian ambassador Sven Berra noticed that his country would nurture the business relationship that exists between both governments and look into expanding its frontiers in other sectors of the state economy.
We have also the last year had investors in solar energy. And Ivan will inform you later on about a new initiative we are taking now. And finally, there is the Lagos Biennale, and culture is also a very important part of the cooperation between Nigeria and Norway. We are very impressed in Norway by the Afrobeats, by the Lagos film industry and so on. But this time at the Lagos Biennale, we will meet with Norwegian artists who have an installation to present as part of this important cultural festival.
The existing relationship between Lagos State and Norway is of great economic benefits to both countries. In Lagos, S.A. Owamaka, NT News.
Meanwhile, Nigeria, with the support of World Bank and other development partners, is sustaining commitment towards completion of transmission lines to address electricity supply and demand imbalance in some ECOWAS member countries. Joshua Ojito reports that the project is expected to be completed in 2025.
880 kilometers of 330 kV and 33 kilometers of 225 kV transmission lines are being constructed from Nigeria to Niger, Benin, Togo and Burkina Faso. Also being constructed are 5 substations along the lines.
The NODCO project's primary objective goes beyond infrastructure. It aims to catalyze efficient energy trade, encourage commercial exchange agreements, and bring electricity access to communities along the transmission line. This project is the lifeline that will interconnect the destinies of our respective countries.
But there is delay in the completion of the project, which started in 2019, and insecurity is identified as major challenge. Member states meet again in Abuja to adopt measures and review progress made by the National Security Coordination Committee.
We have to put in place some strategies to be able to continue the project. Surely we will not be able to conclude it in the 2 years, but we hope to make it before 3 years. That is, rather than concluding it in 2024, I think we may be able to finish it by 2025.
The Moscow Power Project is being funded by Nigeria, the World Bank, African Development Bank, and French agency. Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
Parents have different opinions and approaches to encouraging their children to attain certain heights in life. While our expectations can be harmless, placing constant pressure on children can be equally harmful. S.A. Owamaka in this report examines the impact of the undue parental pressure on children.
To want their children to turn out successful, especially with the growing societal ills and negative influences. As a result, many parents go above and beyond in ensuring that their children and words attain certain grades in school or social status in society, without recourse to the children's ability or desires.
So at times we are lost in thoughts to face the reality that these children have really grown up, that they can stand on their own, they can take decisions on their own, they can do a lot of things independently.
That is unique, all right? So you have your own life to live, all right? But what parents are supposed to do is to guide their children.
Just allow your kids to go for what you want to become. I have an example like Ayodeji Balogun, which is risky. So their parents want him to become lawyer, something like that. And he decided to go for his own dream, which is music. And he's one of the richest music Africans.
While constant parental pressure can force some children to perform at their best, experts say it may have serious consequences for others.
You know, they lack concentration, because you are forcing them to go your own way. So when they get there, they will not be concentrated, they will not be focused. So it makes them to derail from their own personal goals and aspirations.
They turn out frustrated and they end up not going for what they want.
These respondents say exercising parental authority without being authoritarian is often the best way to release the pressure from relationships with children.
In terms of choosing a career, parents are supposed to guide their children. Don't say my child must be an engineer, I'm an engineer, so my child must be an engineer. I'm a medical doctor, my child must be a medical doctor.
First of all, they should seek God, and secondly, they should still use that iron hand on them, but it should not be too much.
Prayer is the key. Just keep praying. This is what you want to become.
Respondents conclude that what some parents consider as best educational life decisions may not align with that of their children or words. Hence, the need to create room for children to freely express their educational choices or abilities. In Lagos, S.A. Owamaka, NTA News.
You're still watching news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. More to come after this time out. Please don't go away. It's Photonic time. Photonic time. It's no reason to the last drop till it rains in. Good for me, are you?
Maltonic is enriched with vitamins and minerals for that rush of vitality you need to reach greatness.
It's Maltonic time. Next is entertainment news with Mojisola.
Actress Tosin Adekonsola reveals why she supports sex before marriage. Actress Tosin Adekonsola says she's in support of premarital sex despite the society opinion against it. She made this statement in a recent interview with a popular media personality, Debbie Shokoya, saying sex before marriage is good. Tells the teen before getting married. Because women are fornicating while still married, or because the husband can't perform well in bed or too overactive in bed. The actress also claimed it is good for upcoming couples to explore their sexual compatibility before getting married. Infidelity in marriage is largely due to sexual incompatibility, Adekonsola said. Moving on, Vector says Wadiko's song Again is the greatest Nigerian song ever. The famous Nigerian rapper Olanrewaju David Ogunmeshun, popularly known as Vector, revealed this in a recent interview with the popular media personality Dada Boy AZ. According to him, Wadiko's 2020 It's Music Again is the greatest Nigerian song ever. On the foreign scene, American singer and actress Jennifer Lopez is planning to take Children's TV Bob the Builder to Puerto Rico as Roberto in a film the singer and actress will co-produce. The announcement came in trending on the heels of the box office success of another Mattel character, Barbie. Roberto/Bob, whose catchphrase is, "Can we fix it? Yes, we can," will be voiced by Hamilton star Anthony Ramos, who is also co-producing the film. According to Mattel, the film will dig deeper into what it means to build and will celebrate the Caribbean Latin nation. And that's all on entertainment news. I am Mojisola Kusumi.
Soccer enthusiasts in Lagos State have expressed optimism that Super Eagles of Nigeria would defeat Angola in the quarterfinals and further lift the African Nations Cup at Ivory Coast. Owambufor Owe has the details.
Some football lovers say Super Eagles is their favorite team to win the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations following the exit of many of the continent's big teams before the quarterfinals stage. They say Nigeria is the highest FIFA-ranked side left in the competition with the exit of Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria and Egypt. However, they warn that Angola, though number 117th in FIFA ranking, should not be underrated.
My expectation is high on the Nigerian team, and I'm optimistic, even though it's not going to be just a walk-away match. But I believe that all things being equal, Nigeria will come out victorious in that match.
And I can see that everybody using all their energy to make sure they get this Nations Cup, and I'm sure Nigeria will flog them like 2-0.
The soccer-loving individuals pointed out that Super Eagles have garnered more experience at AFCON, while Angola has had only 30 previous AFCON games, with this being their third quarterfinal appearance.
What I see is teamwork first, and togetherness with the team spirit, and if they can actually reflect back to whatever the coach has been giving to them on the pitch, from inside the pitch and off the pitch, that's what they call discipline. So that's more like it. So if they can actually do all that, then I see it's a win-win for them.
But when it becomes a teamwork, even as if you have a less chance than the other player, it's better to relinquish to him to make the decision. But my belief was that it is not he that scores, but he that plans and score is the one that glory is supposed to go to. So I have the optimistic that if such a plan is made, we'll come out victoriously. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All need to be done is for the player to put their mind and to show the attitude they showed in the last match. You should try to play as a team and try to coordinate, starting from the defense line to the forward. In a nutshell, they should try and play as a team.
Friday, February 2nd, 2024 will be the first ever encounter between Nigeria and Angola at the Africa Cup of Nations. In Lagos, Mabufomoye, NTA News.
family, friends, and sympathizers gathered to commiserate with Pedetin family over the deaths of their loving mother, aunt, sister, and daughter, late Madam Christiana Fasino Pedetin, who died at the age of 87. Musa Tolia to report that the church and house and Thanksgiving service were held for the departed at Methodist Church in Igborosun axis of Badagry in Lagos.
A moment of grief gave way to celebration of life as the capacity-filled Methodist Church came alive with sonorous hymns for the repose of the soul of late Madam Christiana Fasino Pedetin. Then came the Alton Thanksgiving service, which encouraged the children and family of the deceased to show gratitude to God even in their moment of grief. Done with church devotional activities, interment was inevitable. Admonition from the Bible serves the purpose of the event.
We should be remembered for something. Dorcas was remembered for her good deeds even in the Bible, because she was able to take care of the widows. And Mama, even no more, but Christiana Pedetin Fasino Ogunsheye was able to take care of the widows.
Eulogy for the deceased was not in short supply.
My mommy, she is a mother par excellence, very humble, hardworking, and God-fearing. And she's a woman that taught us that the Word of God is the final authority in all matters. So we will dearly miss her rather.
One of the qualities I've learned from her is trying to unite people. Whatever there are issues, she's very good in bringing people together. Let's forget our differences, come together.
Mama was my gist partner. She loved me so much, and she cares a lot.
Mama is a real believer. In fact, very devoted Christian.
Late Madam Christiana Fasino is survived by children, grandchildren, brothers and sisters, among whom is Nathaniel Fasino, the Assistant Manager Administration, NTA Benin Network Center. In Lagos, Musa Tolia, NTA News.
May our gentle soul rest in perfect peace. And that is where we draw the curtain of the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Many thanks for your time. Mika Mekber is standing by for the Ogo translation of the news. I'm Analuapo Eluwatoke. Good evening.
Mechele mikwabo mikudo wejai mikudo tito nini nasemite so NTA channel 10 awon ni matetan Mika Mekpewe leleno to di ekeyi o gandu gbere to di ko to awuri me na vodide heja imeto azatun be azatun wo osun aweto ko me mitite lotun na so na gomedo oteme he me sunu he o azonwa to o nizo to ga ogbogan Bola Tinubu to di we ida ina gomede vodo te to me to yin awa sulu re itanji to we nenu gandu gbe nenu so ke ya to akwesedu ho da ho to go Nigeria to na so na yi nuziza he na za to o te me vodide nele na wa ayimete we ye to de to de do nuziza he nele we ye ko yi to di na so gamma to awa sulu le to jina tito vodide to ene nindo so gan wa aime sunu ni mezo to Musa Tolia at me so ya to te ene me we basi ogbedido dogbon tito alodo owe ma me na so gan inu ziza ene le na zo to te ene vodide ene lo na wa aime te tó di kẹ́rìndé epo gàyò sọ̀rọ̀dé láti tó fòdìdé ìnẹ̀tàn ní tó wà yìí mẹ́tẹ̀ wẹ̀yẹ́ tó dìdọ̀ mẹ́lẹ́ pọ́ níwúlẹ̀ àwọn náà ò èkèyìn òwe máa he yédónà bá sí ìfòdìdé tó gbé nàìjíríà tó yìí níwúlẹ̀ àwọn náà òwe máa tán lẹ̀ nàdó sọ̀gán bá sí ìfòdìdé ẹnì kẹ́rìndé èjẹ̀dó màtí wúrú kàbí àfùn tó tẹ̀ ẹnì lọ́mẹ̀ wẹ̀yẹ́ tó dìdọ̀ mẹ́lẹ́ pọ́ tó dìdọ̀ pọ́ gbé mmadépọ́dọ̀ yẹ kò wúlẹ̀ àwọn tó di nàdó sọ̀gán dèvò náà mẹ̀rẹ̀ dúró yẹ sún àyíká yẹ tó mẹ́ nàdó sọ̀gán wà zọ́nà nìkan yìí àyímátẹ̀ àwọn nìtàn pọ́dọ̀ tó gbọ́ nàìjíríà tán bìlẹ́bù wẹ̀yẹ́ tó dìdọ̀ mẹ̀yẹ́ náà dèvò náà ẹ̀ nàdó sọ̀gán yìí tẹ̀ mẹ̀yẹ́ nìzọ́ ìtọ́ tó gbọ́gà nàìjíríà tán bọ́lá tinubu tán yìí náà dèvò náà mẹ̀yẹ́ dèvò tó òtẹ̀ yìí tán mẹ̀ sọ̀wọ́ nìyẹn kò yá sún bọ̀ mẹ̀dẹ́fò mà kò yí òtẹ̀ yìí tán wẹ̀yẹ́ tó dìdọ̀ fòdìdé ẹ̀ náà wà àyímẹ̀tò àzá àtọ̀gbẹ̀ tó di àyímátẹ̀gá àwọn onítàn tó di dọ̀dọ̀ èmi kò kànlọ̀ tó pọ́ èrè tó gbóná owó ètò kó nàdó sọ̀gán wà sún náà nìkan yìí àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀tàn gbọ́dọ̀ gá tó gbó nàìjíríà tán wẹ̀yẹ́ tó di dọ̀dọ̀ èrè yín àlọ́kàn tó pọ̀ èyí tó di sọ́sí rúgàdé èyí kò tí dúdà yíwẹ̀ èyí tó di dọ̀dọ̀ tó di dèfísọ́lẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ àsánwó tó àlọ́kàn tó pọ̀ mẹ́ náà nìkan yìí àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀tàn gbọ́dọ̀ gá tó gbó nàìjíríà tán bílẹ̀bù tán mẹ̀yìn dèbìnrin àtọ́ ẹ̀yìn mẹ̀bọ̀dógún àyímátẹ̀gá àsanwó-olú tán ẹ̀nẹ̀ hamzat ọbáfẹ́mi rẹ̀ tó dìhẹ̀ ẹ̀nẹ̀ sùn ẹ̀yìn tó wọnú iná ẹ̀yìn àfọ̀sílù títọ́ nọ̀wé tán sọ yàtọ̀ àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀ tó ẹ̀yìn aláwùsá ìkẹjà wẹ̀yẹ́ tó dìdọ̀ yẹ kó kan lọ́dọ̀ pọ̀ náà ló sọ̀gán wà sán náà nìkan yẹ kúrò wọn dàgà tó gbó nàìjíríà tán ó mọ̀wé àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀ mẹ̀tìlẹ̀ mi lápá náà wòjà rẹ̀ tán kẹ́kẹ́ jẹ sọ̀mí náà sọ pé ìyẹn mìkà mẹ́pẹ́ wẹ̀ lẹ́nu náà ẹ̀ẹ́zà.